Let's read Izzy Impala's Imaginary Illnesses. Izzy Impala was skipping home from Alphabeti school. She skipped past her grandpa's office. Then she stopped. The sign said, "Dr. Impala is in." Izzy called her grandpa Doc. So did everyone else in the village. Izzy wished she could go in to visit Doc. She wished she could spend more time with him. But Doc was always busy. He did not like to be interrupted when he was with a patient. Izzy hid her face in her fists. She tried to think of a reason why she might need to go inside. "Hi, Izzy," said Ivan Ibis. "Are you sick? I'll take you right inside." Ivan had given Izzy an idea. She quickly decided that she did feel a little sick. "Thanks, Ivan," Izzy whispered. "Why, Izzy," said Iguana, Doc's nurse, "you look quite ill. I'll inform Doc immediately." In no time, Doc invited Izzy into his office. "I'm sorry you're sick, Izzy. Describe your illness to me." Izzy slipped down in her chair. "I'm just sick," she whispered. "Do you need an injection?" asked Doc. "A shot?" asked Lizzie. "Yes," said Doc. "No!" cried Lizzie. "Do you need medicine?" asked Doc. "Is it icky?" asked Izzy. "Well," said Doc. "No thanks," Izzy replied. "Now let's think," said Doc. "You don't require an injection. You don't require medicine." His eyes were beginning to twinkle. "Izzy, what do you need?" Doc asked. "Ice cream would be nice," Izzy whispered. Doc smiled. "Yes, indeed. Ice cream would be nice." "Wait right outside, Izzy," said Doc. "I'll be with you in 5 minutes. I think a little ice cream will make you feel better immediately." Izzy's face lit up. "I think so too," she grinned. Then she zipped outside to wait for Doc. Soon Izzy and Doc were licking drippy double-dip ice cream cones, and Izzy did feel better immediately. Izzy began to visit Doc's office often after school. Sometimes she would describe an interesting illness to Doc. "I have invisible indigestion," she would sigh. Doc would nod silently. Then he would prescribe ice cream. Sometimes Izzy would describe an impressive infection. "I have infuriating influenza," she would cry. "Oh my," Doc would reply. "Then you need ice cream." Sometimes Izzy would report an impossible injury. "I crinkled my ribs and I flipped my hips," she would say. Doc would wake. "I can fix you up with ice cream." One day, Izzy zipped into Doc's office. She began to list her difficulties. "I feel itchy and twitchy. I feel dizzy and fizzy." Doc smiled and gently interrupted her. "Izzy, you don't need to invent imaginary illnesses just to come and see me. I'm always delighted to see you." Then he winked. "But I do think you need a prescription for—" "Ice cream?" Izzy whispered. "Yes," Doc smiled. "Once a week, you definitely need ice cream." Now Izzy visits Doc every Friday after school. They take a little walk, they have a little talk, and Doc gives Izzy a prescription for a little ice cream. Izzy Impala is never sick anymore. No more imaginary illnesses, no more impressive infections, no more impossible injuries. Izzy is fine all the time. The end. Thank you for reading with me.